Scott and Rick were just terrible. Believe
Oh,
me, I'm gonna tell you now.
Steiners, yeah.
They would pull some real. They would get you, and they what they did. They locked themselves in Luger's room, and they waited on him to come with a girl, and they was already in the room. So I'll leave it at that.
Hello again, everybody, and welcome to an all-new The Wrestling Time Machine. I'm your host, Mac Davis, and of course, I'm joined with legendary pro wrestling journalist, Mr. Bill Apter, and WWE Hall of Famer, hold on a minute, player, Mr. Teddy Long. Hey, Teddy. Hey, Bill.
So you just do absolutely anything to get yourself over. Now you done stole holler. Hold on a minute, play. I can't have nothing.
Now, you know what? By the way, for those of you who are in the comments, we were talking about comments a minute ago from our last week's video. Nearly 1,000 comments about the situation with John Cena, which we'll talk more about that in a moment. But, Teddy, there were a lot of people who thought that you and I have real heat and that we are really mad at each other.
Well, we are.
Yeah, of course we are. Yeah,
I'm angry at both of you.
Don't smarten them up.
Oh, man, it was funny, though, because they took some of those things too seriously. Guys, we get along, actually. Don't worry about it.
I am very upset that you mock my tick crack.
Knock your tick crack. Hey, look here.
You better keep on. You better hold on to those, Bill, because I guarantee you those tick cracks are the reason why you're still breathing.
Yeah. Guys, I do want to bring up something because we have a lot to go over.
When I was at hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead.
When I was at SmackDown this week, one of the agents there said to me, "At your age, how do you keep so spry?" And I said, "Teddy Long calls some tick crack." Yep. They loved it.
He popped on it, didn't he?
Guys, I do want to bring this up because, Bill, I have noticed you had a run-in with John Cena. Okay, Bill, what's going on? You froze up completely on us. Bill, Teddy, is he frozen on you or is it just on my end?
Well, he just jumped to try to straighten something out right then. He went to
the bathroom.
Oh, okay. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? You just left a live show and went to the bathroom? Oh, my God.
No.
Oh, my God. Ladies and gentlemen, I apologize for Bill Apter. I apologize for Bill Apter, but Bill, I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to tell you something right now, Bill, that's going to help you. They got them in CVS and Walmart. They're called the Pen. They're these underwears that you can wear and you can pee all day long and you ain't got to get up and go to the bathroom.
No, I know that. I know it. My battery was dying out on my computer. I had to turn the thing on, but
what do you mean your battery's dying out? You got on what are you wearing, a vibrator?
No, it was. So you guys know who Tom Jones is, right?
Look here. You gotta catch my breath for a minute.
Tom Jones.
I remember him. Right?
So way back in the day, girls used to throw their underwear at him. So now when they go to his shows, he's 82 years old. I asked him, do they still throw their underwear at you? And he said, depends. Thank you.
All right. Look here. You got in a lot of trouble with John Cena's dad. What did you do that ticked him off so bad, Bill?
I don't know if you heard the interview, but I asked him about his son turning heel.
You know, Bill, you're a real good friend.
Thank you.
We go back a long way.
We do.
But would you please stop? I'm tired of guys like you. I'm tired of the other phone calls I'm getting. I don't know why he did what he did. You're going to have to get that from him. I am so tired of this. Why don't we just let it play out and find out what's happening? A reporter's a reporter. But listen, Bill Apter, friend, enough's enough. And thanks.
He was very rude, and I got thousands of things from fans all over the world that they can't believe how rude he was to me. I was doing my job, and he just pretty much called me a four-letter word that starts with a D. And actually, he didn't actually say what Cody Rhodes said to The Rock, but it was very close.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. Then, if that's the case, that means both the dad and the son are assholes. How much feedback on your support did you get, though, Bill? Did people see it as being something that was an attack on you?
Absolutely. And then a little bit later, I tried to call the dad back. I got a number that is a message that his number has been disconnected. And I was at SmackDown, and I was talking to my friend Wade Barrett there. And I said, how you doing? Good to see you, my friend. Leave John Cena's father alone. And then he walked away.
Wow.
So, I don't know.
Wow.
I don't know. But Teddy, did you know John Cena's father?
No, I've met him and spoke to him on some of well, I might have seen him at some of the local shows, but I know some of the indie shows I saw him, but I've only just spoke to him. That's it. I don't know him.
Yeah, he and I have been friends since Cena started in Ohio Valley. Long time ago. He's never treated me like this.
Well, my thing is, I don't know what happened with it, what it's all about. But like I've always said, why do people get upset? This is not real. What happened with John Cena is what John Cena was told to do. So I don't understand why would a man want to cuss you out about something. I mean, I don't know. Like I said, I don't know him,
He's
and
just
so I'd
annoyed
rather.
that people are calling him.
Yeah, well, I like I said, I don't know him, and I'd just rather stay out of it.
Well, let me bring up some good news here because, and Teddy, I'm going to come to you first about this, but
Yeah,
we got a new.
He was ticked off that so many people are asking him about this.
Well, like I said, nothing should let you get beyond yourself. You know what I mean? Not including being disrespectful to somebody that you say were your friend for many years. This is not real. If you ticked off about it or something, just say, well, hey, let's talk about it another day. You know, I don't get it.
No. Teddy, I got some good news. I want you to comment on this first. Lex Luger was announced as one of this year's Hall of Fame inductees into the WWE Hall of Fame. Cody Rhodes delivered the news, and Lex actually got up out of his wheelchair and hugged Cody's neck after he found out the news. Teddy, I know you're friends with Lex. I know you've worked with Lex. What were your thoughts when you heard he was going into the Hall of Fame?
Well, I think it was long overdue.
Yes.
Okay, it's a long overdue, and like I said, I was with Lex maybe 3 weeks ago somewhere. We were when we were in Indianapolis at the Rumble deal at the WrestleCon, and I had a chance. Well, he lives in Atlanta, so I had a chance to always fly back with him, and me and him had a good little layover in the airport. We talked, and Lex is such a wonderful guy. Lex is a guy that was able to be honest with himself and say, hey, I've been wrong. I did a lot of people wrong. And there's so many people out there need to do that, but they won't. So that's why God has blessed him. God has kept him alive. You know what I mean? He's still moving around and stuff. And that's great. I don't care whether you're in a wheelchair, whatever. If you're alive, you're alive. So congratulations to Lex Luger. I love Lex to death, and I just can't wait till I watch him go in.
And Teddy, Lex is one of those guys. I've met Lex on several occasions with Teddy, as a matter of fact, and had a chance to interview him on Road Trip After Hours, which you can pull up on YouTube with Teddy and I. We do that show every Friday. It's actually Thursday nights now live, but it's Road Trip After Hours. Lex was one of those guys early on in his career that was very abrasive. And I actually told him the first time I met you, I wasn't a big fan. You just came across bad. And he owned up to it. He does not hide from that. He will tell you he was an asshole way back, and that he's a changed man now.
That's what I'm talking about. See, a lot of people won't do that. They won't, confess and say, hey, this is what I was, but now I'm not. You know what I mean? I'm a change. Look what God has come into my life and done for me. So, yeah, congratulations to Lex, man. God bless him.
Thank God for Diamond Dallas Page. Because it was Diamond Dallas Page that inspired Lex through DDP Yoga to start letting him, Diamond Dallas Page, try to get Lex Luger at the very least to stand up on his own in the wheelchair. If it wasn't for DDP, I don't know if Lex would have been able to do this. Lex was also, during my career at the magazines, we put him over to be like the next Hulk Hogan.
Yep.
But he was very abrasive to us. We were going to give him an award on Joe Pedicino's show, and he didn't even want to appear to accept it. He said, what do I need to do this for? He was too young, too cocky. And now whenever I see him, he says to me, I appreciate everything you guys at the magazines did for me, because it was the magazines, there was no internet back then, along with the TV, that made me what I became in the wrestling business. So it's about time that they put him in there.
Yes.
Teddy, any memories with Lex? Any stories you can recall that you can bring up?
Maybe one. I remember, it might have been Baltimore, but I remember Scott and Rick were just terrible. Believe me, I'm gonna tell you now. They would pull some real. They would get you, and they what they did. They locked themselves in Luger's room, and they waited on him to come with a girl, and they was already in the room. So I'll leave it at that.
Oh no! Oh no!
They got the guy to open the door and let him in. Okay.
Wow.
And they locked themselves in his room, and they were, because they knew he had this girl they just bring him back to the room. So there you go.
So one of the incidents I had with him, Jim Crockett was very high on him, and down the road from Jim Crockett Promotions office was a Lexus car dealership. So I arranged with the car dealership to bring Luger over there and pose with his shirt off in front of a Lexus. We got there, and I'm standing there with the camera, and I asked him, I said, could you take the shirt off? And he just says, I can't do this. And he just left.
Wow.
That was it.
Yeah, that sounds like the old Lex, but like you
Jimmy
said,
Crockett
Teddy
was very upset, and so was I. He apologized eventually.
Well, Lex, excuse me to cut you off, but Lex was the only guy that had a contract.
Wow. Yeah, at that time, he was the only one with a contract, huh? Yeah, Lex, like you said, Teddy, is one of those people who has changed over time. And I hate people always try to judge somebody on what they were like when they were 20 or 30. Look, I'm over 60 right now. I can tell you I'm different than I was at 50. I'm different than I was at 40. That's the reason why we continue to grow as a human being, is to learn and adapt. So don't fault somebody for an entire life for something they may have done 20 years ago, because that may not even be the same person anymore.
Well, and then when they come to me with that, I'm not. Now, let me know. Tell me a little bit about what you've done in the past. Let's hear from you now, since you know everything.
Yep. Hey, look, another Hall of Fame announcement. Go ahead.
Hold on one sec, Mac. Keep in mind that not only did DDP change his life, but Nikita Koloff brought out the religious side of Lex Luger as well. So Lex has apologized to me. He's apologized to a lot of people, and you're right. He's not the same person he was in his rookie days, where he just thought he was hot SH.
I was there. I saw it all.
Yep.